I'm not gonna lie, you never want to go first as strikers, but I'm feeling pretty confident. If it's with a hand this nice, who am I to complain? It's gonna be a tragedy, but, well... they didn't have to do me like that either. That was a little bit mean. That was a little bit mean-spirited. That was a little rough. Ah! GG's. Hey, remember when I thought I had a good hand? And there goes my spirit. Great, great, great card. There goes my will to live. Wait a second, I can outplay this. I can outplay this. The forbidden technique! Never lets me down. Hello, hello YouTube. Today we are going to be covering a degenerate strategy. Some call it the king of rogue decks, and the king of rogue decks it is. Now the word rogue gets tossed around a lot, but this deck truly deserves to be called rogue because it can beat the meta decks consistently, it can show up in tournament standings, and it can take prizes. That strategy is none other than Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragons really thrive off two of their extra deck monsters that are absolutely insane, and that is their contact fusion monsters, which allow you to eat your opponent's cards without the use of a polymerization. They're basically free access super polys from the extra deck that just decimate decks like Sky Striker and Tri Brigade. And while you ain't gonna be taking Drytron's heads on a silver platter, you will be destroying a lot of the meta decks, and that's why Cyber Dragon earns its place in the rogue standing. Anyways, I got timestamps down below if you don't want to listen. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe. It means a lot and really helps out the channel. And let me know what decks you want to see next. Anyways, I'm going to get right into the card by card. Alright, kicking into the deck profile, we're starting off with 3 copies of Cyber Dragon's Hurts. Cyber Dragon Hurts makes for excellent graveyard fodder because its effect procs in the graveyard. Then we run 3 copies of Notchester. Notchester is one of the best extenders, allowing you to pitch a card in hand in order to special summon itself and continue your plays. Then we run 3 copies of Maxi. Every single deck that wants to have any sort of shot at a competitive value should be running 3 copies of Maxi. It's the best card in the game. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Core. This is the best starter in the deck and one of the only normal summons in the deck that you will be using, having both a beneficial search effect and graveyard effect. Then 2 copies of Ash Blossom. Cyber Dragons, while a very potent and powerful deck that goes around near low tier 2, does have to run the Rogue List hand trap lineup just because it does lack that final oomph of power. Then we run 3 copies of the classic Cyber Dragon, just a free special summon from hand that allows you to go into a lot of the nasty extra deck plays that we'll discuss later. Then we run 2 copies of Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier is one of the best extenders in the deck. It pumps out level 5 bodies and searches the other version of Galaxy Soldier, which just allows easy access into infinity. 2 copies of the Star Kaiju. While typically Gamma Steel is a better option for the lower attack, this card is searchable through the deck, and not only that, it has multiple uses with its machine synergy. The 1 copy of Foolish Burial, just an extra extender for the deck, able to send Core or Hurts. Then 3 copies of Machine Duplication. This card is not searchable, but is such an absolutely insane power card that the games that you end up drawing it will be absolute washes. 2 copies of Overload Fusion, allowing you to access Rampage Dragon, which not only offers insane OTK value, this card also allows you to essentially turn Verte into a Harpy's Feather Duster. Then we run 3 copies of Cyber Emergency, again just as free spell card searcher for the deck. Then we run 3 copies of Cyber Repair Plant. Cyber Repair Plant, while a stronger searcher that can search any light machine monster, including the Kaiju, requires there to be a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard, so a little bit brickier in the opening hands, but more than worth its value. Then 1 copy of Cyber Rev System, just a searchable monster reborn in Archetype. 2 copies of Lightning Storm. It hurts me to run this at a ratio of less than 3, but the deck is really tight on space. Lightning Storm, because you are a blinding second list, is just an insanely powerful card. 2 copies of Called by the Grave, just to make sure your opponent doesn't stop any of your shenanigans with a Maxi or Ash Blossom. And 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence, again just leaning back on that Rogue List hand trap lineup of 3, 2, and 2. Then going on to the extra deck, we have 2 copies of Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. Again, this card just acts as a free Feather Duster and offers insane OTK potential. Then we run 2 copies of the Fortress Dragon. Fortress Dragon and Mecha Fleet share similar effects. effects, where you don't actually need to use any of your own cards for the fusion, nor do you need to use a fusion spell. The one caveat is that it does require a Cyber Dragon, so unless you are facing the mirror match, you will need to use at least one of your materials, but they serve as free ways to link off any link monster that your opponent leaves in the extra monster zone, or a normal monster if they so choose to summon one there, linking off the kaiju that you give your opponent, or any machine monsters or Cyber Dragons that they just run naturally in the deck. Absolutely disgusting cards that keep this deck at a higher power level. Then we run one copy of Mikaba. Mikaba is just here in case our opponent interrupts us during the Nova step of our combo. Because his Nova is sent to graveyard from the field, you are allowed to special summon a machine monster from your extra deck, and Mikaba is just a wonderful choice, giving you an extra negate and banish. Then the Mega Fleet serving the same purpose, again just to contact fuse away your opponent's monsters if they leave anything in the extra monster zone at all, be it an Appaloosa or any power card that they choose to place there. A card that is guaranteed to make Tri-Brigade players and Sky Striker players just quit the game on the spot. Cyber Dragon Nova allows itself to be overlaid onto it by Infinity, which is your Omni Negate. Not only that, it does also serve as a monster reborn, getting you back a machine monster, extend your plays. Infinity, the Omni Negate for the deck, just an insanely powerful tool to end on. Typically, you don't end on a ton of negates, but again, you are a going second deck, so having the negate allow you to play through something, and if not, the game ends up lasting a little bit longer. You already tore apart the board. Usually one negate is enough. One copy of Relinquish, just because of the level 1s in the deck, sometimes if your opponent positions poorly, your Relinquish Anima could just eat an annoying monster to get over. One copy of Almaron, just for quickly sending our monsters to the graveyard if we need to. One copy of Seizure. Seizure just gives a very powerful attack boost while being a generic link 2 for the Cyber Dragon archetype. And one copy of Verte, just quick and easy access to the Overload Fusion, and is going to be a vital tool for when you plan to OTK. It almost always comes up. Enough of the deck profile, it's jumping right into some gameplay. Just a little disclosure, I wasn't intending on recording when the match started. I just happened to have the recording running, which is why the audio is a little low for the first half. Not only that, I did really cut the match down because I want to try out to keep the videos to a shorter length, make it more of a bite-sized experience on the 30-minute abominations that I sometimes pump out. So let me know if it's a little bit too zoomed forward and if you need more visual of what's going on in the match, because I can show everything that happens and keep the videos longer, so like you could see the actual play-by-play. I try to keep every play still in the video, not skipping over the steps. It's just that you don't see things resolve, so it might be confusing if you are learning the deck. But if that's the case, just let me know. Imagine winning the coin flip just to pick going second. Well, it isn't the best hand trap, but with a well-timed Ash can end the opponent's turn. Never Ash the Desires, right?
Yeah.
Ashing Desires is like the biggest bait I've ever... I
just want to beat out the Ash with this first.
But Cyber searches the core, so the core normal summons more valuable than the... oh, well, we got the Ash Blossom for that, so... Alright, good game. Outplayed, outskilled.
Gamma? No Gamma.
No shot. Nobody runs Gamma in this game. We're like the only idiots that run Gamma. Oh, to pitch it with the Nochester. All hand trap opener, interesting. The Pendulum Challenge, how many hand traps can you play through? Adding him back to hand, just to toss him back in the graveyard. Love to see it. And he's coming right back. Dude, this poor guy, he can't rest in peace. Honestly, I would not be too surprised to see the Nibiru after all this. That's... 4th summon here? They never have it.
They don't have it, and they can't do anything about it now.
So, what link 2 do we make here that's so valuable that we play into Nibiru? Seizure? I guess it is an extra layer of protection. So it's like the risk reward, right? Like either play around the Nibiru, make sure they don't have it, or make it really difficult to get over your Infinity? I don't know how I feel about that. They have... wow! Swift Scarecrow. Didn't think I'd see that. Is this an all-hand trap deck? You might as well negate that and so you could get your licks in.
Yeah, we could have killed them. I messed up by activating Nochester's effect. Because if you activate his effect, he locks you out of summoning anything that's not a machine monster.
And otherwise we could have made Verte. In the running kaijus. I think this is just a be annoying to be annoying deck if it's not Grand Maju. But Grand Maju wouldn't run those cards. Okay, this is going to give it away. There's no way... oh, it is Numerons, yeah.
Yeah.
2,000. Third one will be 4,000. You can increase the attack with seizure. Last one will be 8,000. Unless they attack purely into the...
No, I'm just dead.
He can't increase his own?
He can increase his own. I'll save it.
Aight, get your licks in though. I didn't hear no bell! I didn't hear no bell!
I forgot that prevents battle damage.
I didn't hear no bell! Oh, you could just link off the Appaloosa!
Yeah, I can just link off that.
Woo! Wait, hold on! Hold on! Avermax? Well, we linking the U off too. Welcome to the club, Avermax! Hey, Avermax, join the club, bro. Woo! Maxi, oh, it's a great draw. Alright, give us a little draw here. Search out a little core. Do you want to play around like Ghost Ogre and just not activate the effect? He's running some funky hand trap. Oh my god, it's a mandatory one.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh my. Oh, it didn't matter. Cyber repair line. Could have searched out the kaiju if we felt it. Let me introduce you to Mecha Fleet, Avermax.
Mega Fleet.
Thanks for the free link material, though.
Avermax effect.
Bro, I don't even know what Avermax does in the graveyard, and I run Avermax in like 4 decks. But we got a special summon. Nochester. I thought Nochester had to pitch a machine, but it turns out that ain't true. Gonna pitch a little Maxi. Goodbye, Maxi. Served your purpose. I forgot I was recording. I was just excited, to be honest, at this point. Who's coming back? Oh, but we got material now. Man, the fact that this card overlays is so nasty. Go ahead, hit a second Scarecrow. Ah! I wanted to see the second Scarecrow for the negate. Yo, Numeron isn't even a challenge! What do you mean? And that has been Cyber Dragons. Again, at the end of the day, this will always be the king of rogue strategies. Chimera Fleet and Mega Fortress, while being the cards that push this archetype into being as strong as it is, are again always going to be the cards that hold it back from being more powerful and really making an impact on the meta. But still, you should not be facing a ton of mirror matches, and you should be absolutely tearing apart at least half of the metagame with this deck. Hopefully you enjoyed the deck profile. Let me know what you want to see next time, and I will probably get to working on a video for that, so just let me know anything you want to see. Anyways, this has been Rojas. Thank you for watching. Signing out.